Here's a quick video I'm going to make on this Cummins 2005 Cummins that was bought, and it's stuck in four-wheel drive. So there you go. You see the dreaded service four-wheel drive light on, and the rotary switch to select between 4 high and 4 low. As you can see, there's nothing. It's completely dead. No clicking, no lights. So what do? First of all, we get a wiring diagram, and we see what's what. So here on the diagram, it's telling me that it's fuse number 4325 amp. So we go up to the fuse box, and we're going to check and see if there's current going to the fuse. Okay, here we are at the fuse box, and as you can see, number 43, so we're going to test number 43. We have power both sides, so we're pretty certain that the fuse number 43 is good. So next we're going to try and look at the wiring diagram again and see if we can figure out which wires go to the module and find out where the module is. Okay, so now I've downloaded the diagrams here for the module, and as you can see, these are the connectors on the module. I've determined that the module is up here in behind the light switch, so I've already removed that, taken it down, and it's hanging right there, as you can see, and those are our connectors. So we see that the small rectangular connectors marked A, B, C, and D. And over here, if we look, we'll see that this small connector, that's what supplies the power. So that's the first place we're going to check. So I've highlighted what's supposed to be positive and what's supposed to be negative. And we're going to proceed to test the current to that connector. So let's get our trusted test light. Okay, here we go. Is it long enough? We got it. So what do we have here? We have... I'll check. Normally I would check the ground and the power directly from the we can back probe it because and as you can see, no, there is absolutely nothing from my test light, so no power coming to number B, which is positive 12 volts in, and so there's no need to check the ground. We'll go back and start from the fuse box. You can usually start from whichever side, but most often it's what's exposed to the elements is where you'll find the trouble. So back up to the fuse box. Okay, so I've already removed the bolts here for the fuse box. I'm going to slide this out. It slides forward and up. You guys all have to bear in mind that I'm doing this single-handedly because I'm holding my camera phone in my other hand. So now, okay, I'm gonna have to pause and put this down for 1 minute. Okay, there we have it out, and there's the underneath side of it. So what we're gonna do is we are going to go back to our wiring diagram and see which wire, which connector, and what number it is, and we'll take it from there. 1 sec, I'm gonna have to pause again. Okay. So here we see that on the wiring diagram again, it's a fuse number 43, and it's connector C2, wire number 2. And that's the first place we have to check. So we go back on to, I didn't print this out, so what this is the diagram of the connectors. So we see that C2 is the one that's farthest away from there, and wire number 2 is 1, 2, so it's a small wire there. So we're going to check for current there. We're going to go back up to the fuse box. I'm not going to pause it because we're right there anyway. So okay, so this is upside down, so we see that we're going to I've already disconnected it here, so we can see it's this one down here, and these connectors are a little tricky. I'm gonna pause it again. Okay, so now we're going to check for current there, but it looks like it's kind of dirty, so let's check for current here. It's definitely, I don't know if you can see very well, but there's lots of corrosion in there, and and we're gonna check. So it's number 2. So I think we calculated it to be, I'm just gonna go back and get that diagram fast. So C2, and looking back up here, 1, 2. So it's that terminal right there. So we're gonna take this paper and go back up to C2. Check in. Yeah, there's definitely corrosion there. The light's not lighting up. So let's see if we can clean. Nope, no power there. It's a C2. Oh, we got a flicker, so let's try cleaning that up. We got a little flicker, so we're going to take some sandpaper and clean that up. Just so happens that I have a little sandpaper. I'm going to pause this again, just so while I clean it, you know, not to waste too much time here. Okay, now we're going to check the connector. It doesn't look so bad, but again, now we know it's number 2. 1, 2. So we're going to pop that little red piece out and see if we can get better access to those connectors. So again, I'm going to have to pause it to pop that out. I need 2 hands. Okay, now with the red piece out, as you can see right there, we're able to, if you can see, just push the pin in and carefully push the pin in. I'm going to use my, well, I heard the click there. Push the pin in and pull the red, it's a red and white wire, pull it. There we go, it's released from behind. Now we'll take a look at that connector, see what it looks like. And there it is. And it actually looks pretty good. It actually looks really good. I don't know if you can see that there. No corrosion. So the only real corrosion was on the pin. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to assemble it, maybe use a little dielectric grease there. All the other pins look good. Put this back together and test it and see if it works. Again, I'm going to pause it while I reassemble it because it's all just strictly straightforward stuff. You can see I've cleaned it. I don't know how well you can see it. I'll hold the camera in there. Yeah, you can still see a little corrosion on the bigger pins. I'll go over those maybe one more time. Let's see number 2 though. Nice, a little bit shinier. But I'm going to go back over them and then reassemble everything, and then that'll be it, I hope. Okay, here we are, just putting that clip back in. All back, everything looks nice. Now we're just going to go test it and cross our fingers. There we are. Okay, key in, key on. Let's see now. Move my laptop. Those are all my schematics or wiring diagrams. Key on, and lo and behold, look at that. We have lights. And it says 4-wheel drive. So let's see. 2-wheel drive. Clunk, you heard that click, and the light is out. Let me start it and turn the steering wheel. There we go. So, key on. Service 4-wheel drive light is out. And we have 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and the got to put in neutral, I think, for 4 low. Let's see, we're gonna get the 4 low. Ah, a nice big clunk for the 4 low, and there we go. 4 low, and let's go back to 4 high, the big clunk, 2-wheel drive, and again, no service. So I think it's safe to say that this has been repaired. So now I just have to reassemble everything, and this one's good to go.